Support the Very Serious Crafts podcast on Patreon for early access to episodes, shoutouts, bonus episodes, and more. Visit patreon.com/seriouscrafts.
You're listening to the Very Serious Crafts podcast.
We're very serious crafters.
And we craft very serious crafts.
Very serious.
Hello, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 14 of the Very Serious Crafts podcast. I'm Heidi from Hands Occupied.
I'm Molly from Wild Olive.
And I'm Haley from Red Handled Scissors. Today we'll be talking about teen craft throwbacks, Instagram obsessions, and shopping in your own stash.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Yeah.
So Monday, this past Monday, June 10th, was my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. And yesterday, the day after my birthday, in ironic fashion, I woke up with a back spasm that is continuing today. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, fun. It's
know.
like it was scheduled.
Yeah, so that was super fun. I think I'd just been working out too frequently because I am getting older, and apparently you can't work out as hard as you used to and then just be fine the next day.
Yeah, it turns out you need to recover.
Ugh, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, between this and the repetitive stress injuries, I might be sensing a pattern of correctable behavior as I get older and wiser.
Foreseeable consequences.
Yeah. Then because my back was all messed up, standing has mostly been the most comfortable position. And I used it as I snatched that opportunity as an excuse to do some sewing that I had been having on the back burner for a while. So I guess that's the lemonade I made out of my back spasming lemons. So there you go.
Back spasming lemons. The mental image.
Yeah.
If your back spasms enough and those muscles are tensing up, maybe it could actually squeeze the lemons for you.
Oh, if it helps, I'll take it.
Well, on the topic of sewing, I have plans to sew a swimsuit, which I don't sew I don't sew clothing very often. So this could be the worst idea ever. It could go very, very wrong. But I do have extra fabric, so if I need to really start again, I can. But I think it could be good. I will be reporting back on how this goes. The one thing, and I shared this on Instagram a little bit, I don't know about you. I know you guys are into primary colors, but I frequently come back to...
We're into those primary colors.
Yeah. So in that sense, maybe you find that you have a lot of things that you'll buy the fabrics that go together simply because you love certain colors. I do this too, but with what would be maybe less likely colors to just randomly pick up and go, yeah, I love this. So my swimsuit fabric that I got 2 colors, and it almost precisely matches fabric that I used for a knitting bag that I made not too long ago. And
that's funny.
Then I also realized that the one color is almost exactly the same color as a swimsuit that I bought a couple of years ago. So I'll apparently, if this works and I wear this, all of my swimwear will also match. So
what is the color?
It's kind of like a watermelon color.
Okay.
And then
that sounds about right.
Yeah. And then the color that I got to go with it is the color of mango. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Very festive.
I think it'll be nice, hopefully. Fit will be the question here. How will this actually look on my backside? That's really where I'm worried.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, have fun with that.
As mine does not like to be contained by conventional swimwear.
Yeah.
Just remember to get the stretch the right direction. Didn't you make underpants that were backwards a couple of episodes ago?
Yeah, this is this is 50.
They were really hard.
This is 50% stretch in all directions. So
okay.
Oh, 4-way stretch is a great idea.
Yeah.
For swimwear.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this turns out, Molly.
It's also sun protective fabric, which is kind of funny when you're making a 2-piece swimsuit that isn't really covering a whole lot of you. What's the point? at that point. But anyway,
Yeah.
the goal is
Whatever.
the
I
goal
like
is
it.
a matching rash guard also.
Oh, nice. Well, if you have success, maybe it will inspire me to give it a try.
Okay.
We'll see. Although I did just order a new swimsuit that I'm kind of excited about. So
Nice.
we'll see. It might be an unmitigated disaster.
So could mine.
I don't know. True. So in a different kind of making, over the weekend, I got to hang out in the birthing room while one of my best friends was preparing to have her first baby. And so I had a front row view to all of the things that happen during that process. And it was really cool. And I missed the birth of the baby by just under an hour.
Oh.
I finally went home to go to bed because no progress had been made. And I went home around 12:30, and the baby was born at 1:20.
Aw.
So while I was hanging out in that room, because I was there for, about 14 hours or so, we happened to also be in the room with the storage.
Okay.
So there was tools just everywhere. And so I seriously considered knitting using the tool that is used to manually break someone's water, because they sort of look like a knitting needle and a crochet hook had a less useful baby.
I like how that all came together.
I
Less
didn't
useful
do it.
baby.
Well, I mean, it's useful for its intended use.
But less useful than
but-
knitting needles or crochet hooks separately, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, for what I intended to use them for.
Well, I mean,
But I didn't. I really wanted to, but I was fairly certain that I would scandalize some doctors. So I didn't.
Is your friend doing okay?
Yeah, she and the baby are home and everything is good. And I'm looking forward to meeting the baby, who I haven't met yet.
we're so close.
due to
So close.
the measles outbreak in Brooklyn. So,
Right.
But
Right.
I will. My vaccinations are all up to code, so I will get to meet the baby sometime this week, I think.
Excellent.
Yay.
Yep. And I'm sewing spider webs all over onesies right now
Cute.
because goth babies.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's awesome. That's really special that you got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah. That's
Man,
awesome.
bodies are neat.
Yes.
I will say though, as a woman, the prospect of giving birth I find completely terrifying.
Yeah, I don't think that I would want to watch that up close and personal. I think that would scare me away.
I don't want to do that.
It did exactly the opposite for
that's
me.
cool.
I just thought it was cool.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, it looked deeply unpleasant in parts.
Yeah.
But it sort of removed the mystery, which
Yeah.
I think is part of what makes it a little bit scary.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like, I've seen the things, and it's like a lot more straightforward. At least with uncomplicated pregnancies, a lot more straightforward and just like body doing next logical steps, and that I think is cool.
Yeah.
Aw. Yay. Yay, your friend's
Yay,
baby. Well, let's fast forward a few years from babies, shall we?
Yes, just a few.
Or back, I guess, for where we're at in life,
Yes.
in life, since it was my birthday this week.
We're rewinding.
Yeah.
So, my adolescence, one of the things that I fondly look back on and really, really envy my former self for having is schedule flexibility to a certain degree in summers. At like, depending on the
Yes.
timing of like summer school programs or summer activities, I'd end up with like, usually in August or late July, like 2 to 6 weeks of very little structured time on my hands,
Yeah.
which was a dream.
Right.
Especially-
Not at the time, necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like a long stretch.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I would do everything like as a teenager, you had all this time, and also you were still young enough to not fear failing as much as one can fear failing as an adult.
Right.
And I used to work with teens, and so like also getting to like facilitate that unstructured time for kids in summer was always really cool to see up close. And that's the main thing I miss about being a teen services public librarian, is being a part of that time and helping kids like find their creativity. So all that to say is, for me, the summer I think I probably remember most fondly of unstructured time was when I decided that I wanted to be good at knitting for real this time. I think I've touched on this maybe briefly in season 1 at some point of the podcast, but I originally learned to knit when I was 8 from my grandma. And I knew knit and purl stitches and made various rectangle-ish objects, but I'd never gotten particularly good at it. And then I was maybe 15 or 16, and I had this book called Knit Scarves! ! Like instructing one to knit
Well,
scarves.
I like that.
That's an imperative.
Good title.
You better listen.
Yeah. And it was called like 16 cool patterns to keep you warm. And so this would have been like early 2000s, because I graduated high school in 2005. And so this book was very of that time. Mm-hmm. It was when knitting was being like trendy again, but everything was still very like late 90s, early 2000s in like color and aesthetic. And this book was definitely in that vein. Lots of like
brown lipstick.
Not in the knitting patterns.
I was thinking in the models.
There were no models.
I was assuming there were models.
There's no humans in this book. I'll link to it in the show notes.
No humans. No. It's not a book for me.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, so this book called Knit Scarves! ! I decided that I was going to knit it cover to cover. I was going to knit all 16 of those patterns that summer.
I love that.
So I did. So I just did. I started at the front and I worked my way to the back. And mostly because they were just scarf patterns, it was honestly, it was more like if you went and grabbed a stitch dictionary and pulled out 16 motifs and just made a scarf of them. A lot of the patterns were very that. And I learned a lot. I mean, there was everything from like basic garter and stockinette, drop stitches, linen stitch. That was the first time I was introduced to that stitch. And that stitch really is something that I find very interesting as a designer to this day, and have incorporated in designs that I've really, really loved making. Mm-hmm. And then there was also like good old Nordic snowflake Fair Isle happening as well. So it was like a pretty broad introduction to a variety of skills that were really great for stepping up my abilities. And I still have several of those scarves in my like finished object stash.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And like doing that front to back like really creates the muscle memory that allows you to be a good knitter. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like most of any kind of crafting is just getting the motions down. And once you've got the motions down, you can probably do most anything in that genre.
Yeah.
But you need to know, have the basic muscle memory first.
Yeah, and like I said, I'd been knitting for like 8 years with basic knit and purls, but this was more. I think the difference was that it was such a range of stitches and techniques all in the same book.
Yeah.
And it's a hardback book, so I think for me it seemed unintimidating because it looked so infantile.
I see.
Yeah. And also I was a teen, so I wasn't scared of effing it up, you know?
You also, I mean, it sounds like from the range of things, you essentially you worked yourself through a whole course on knitting. That's really what it was. It was a whole... Yeah.
That's a really great way to describe it.
Yeah, I'm doing a really similar thing right now with a bobbin lace book. Just working straight through, learning all the skills. And it's a really good way. Like, if you have a decent book, it's a really good way to teach yourself a new skill.
Yeah.
Which... I have no idea what I was going to say.
But yeah, so Molly, what did you make as a teen? crafty wise in the summers?
Yeah, so I was thinking on this, and so because I was homeschooled, sometimes like things that you think of as summer things, it wasn't always the same for me, certainly because I just had more flexibility in my schedule all the time. And sometimes I would actually work on school things during the summer as well. It wasn't quite that same, like, it's summer, I can do anything.
And it's not like the same ticking clock that the school year is,
exactly.
too, right?
Yeah. But I was always making things out of embroidery floss. I think that was probably the thing for me. And I think just recently I passed on the box that I had as a teen, the bobbin box of embroidery floss, still probably with some bobbins wrapped from that time. But I knew it was mine from then because I had marked on the top lengths for bracelets and anklets of different sizes so that I could measure them when making bracelets, because I was that kid.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, it worked. So I did that, and I had a variety of books on making friendship bracelets that, again, I probably only recently got rid of. They just were here for a long time. But the thing that I did that was a little bit different, I had two things that were different. One was a bracelet that I found, I think it was a free sheet from DMC, where you took a strip of plastic canvas and you wrapped the plastic canvas, but then you also had these portions where you would lift up strands that were going one direction as you were wrapping the other direction, so you could weave in like a name onto the bracelet.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
So it was a different
cool.
kind of thing. It was faster to make because I never finished the knotted kind. They just took forever.
Never.
But that was kind of cool. And it was from one of the free DMC project sheets, which I just adored. But the other one that I made that again, I'm sure it came from one of those sheets, was these little, they were like little fashion dolls that you made with wrapped toothpicks. They were like toothpicks. They were definitely, you would buy these little craft sticks. Toothpicks would sort of work, but some of them were longer. They had ones that had like a slightly larger end, so that you could wrap for the head. And
cool.
so you'd wrap little legs and arms and put the pieces together, and you could wrap to make curly hair by, wrapping on a toothpick and wetting the embroidery floss and letting it set. And they were so fun. And I actually
Cool.
looked online. I found, I found links to some tutorials that are still around now, including, this isn't a tutorial, but I found a whole Pinterest page filled with links to dolls that people are making and selling, like of Disney princesses and superheroes and things. So I loved those. They were so much fun.
That's cool.
Very
It's so
fiddly.
funny that you... Yeah, it's so funny that you brought this up because I forgot that I keep this pen in my pen holder. I'll have to add a picture to the show notes. I'm showing the camera.
Goodness, that's so cute.
listeners.
Yes, that's just a bigger version of these.
Yeah, so the thing I'm showing Haley and Molly in our Skype call right now it's just a ballpoint pen that is wrapped in embroidery floss, and this girl has curly blonde hair, and I made it using that wrapping a toothpick with embroidery floss and glue. She's got toothpick arms, googly eyes, and 2 beads for a mouth, and I've never gotten rid of this, but I know for a fact I made this thing based on instructions from American Girl magazine, because I love that thing, because there were always crafts in that magazine.
Absolutely.
This is totally
American
that.
Girl magazine.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I forgot that was literally sitting on my desk in front of me.
That was perfect.
That's funny. I love that.
This is why we're friends.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm
Among other
sorry to
things.
say, guys, I don't think I ever made those.
Dang it.
I mean,
did you read Goth Teen Girl magazine? No, I'm just teasing. I'm sorry.
I read,
Sorry, Haley.
at the time, yes. In my teens, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the magazine is because I just unearthed them when I was cleaning out my mom's basement a year or so ago, and I can't remember what it's called, but there was a magazine. But I didn't get, like in my sort of preteen, younger teen days, I didn't get American Girl magazine. I got Nickelodeon magazine.
Oh, good choice.
Which was also filled with things you could make. It was just more of the mad scientist kind of things you could make.
Yeah.
And I built myself a laboratory in the basement, and it was a whole thing.
Oh, I love that. I wanted that. I wanted Nickelodeon magazine, but never got it. And I think the only reason I ended up with American Girl magazine was because it came around the same time my sister was maybe starting to get a little bit interested. So then I kind of got to like get in on it at the same time. It was like supplying magazines for 2 people instead of 1. Made it cheaper, in theory.
And your sister, this is your sister that's closest to you in age, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think she's my age, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was going to be at the tail end of that being cool for me to look at as a magazine. But when you're like crafts, it doesn't matter. So
yeah,
she was enjoying it. She was enjoying it as like a 7-year-old. And I was enjoying it as like a young teen.
Yeah.
Nice. I just remembered the name of the magazine.
Okay.
That I subscribed to as a gothy teen. New Grave.
Ooh.
Haley.
I like it.
But anyway, getting
Sorry.
out of my gothy youth and back to crafts, I too jumped on the friendship bracelet making wagon. And it wasn't until just a few minutes ago when you guys said that you never finished the knotted kind that everything fell into place and I just figured out how to make those things. I didn't know how to make them, so I invented my own kind of looped weaving technique that involved pinning multiple loops of embroidery floss to my jeans and weaving. Like, I could probably still do the movement with my hands.
Please do.
I have the muscle memory, but I didn't have anyone to teach me how to make them, and I was an only child, and for whatever reason, I went to summer camp, which indoor kid, bad idea. But friendship bracelets happened at summer camp, but they were mostly braided.
Okay.
So I never learned the knotted, like the cool zigzaggy pattern kind. But I invented my own weaving, and I don't think that I have any left, but I should give it a try and see if I can still do it.
You should do that as a blog post.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was, I'm not sure that I could teach somebody else how to do it. I'm not sure that I guess I could break it down.
I was going to say, if you could do it again, if you were able to replicate it, you could certainly at least do a video tutorial.
Yeah.
Even just for us, please.
Yeah, I could certainly show it.
Okay.
I'm just trying, gosh. Yeah, I think I could do it. And I definitely taught my little cousins how to do it.
Okay.
When they were starting to make friendship bracelets.
This is going to sound terrible, like super commercial, but I just thought, yeah, you should make that video tutorial and make it exclusive for our Patreon patrons.
I admit I was thinking the same thing.
Hi, Patreon patrons. We love you.
Yes,
we'll get to you in a minute. We'll get to them in a minute.
That's right. Yeah, sorry.
That's true. If you aren't already a patron of the Very Serious Crafts podcast, you do get fancy bonus content and also a bonus half episode called Half Stitched.
That's right.
Well, I guess we won't get into them in a minute. We'll just do it right now.
I'm done. But what I was going to say is that I feel like embroidery floss is sort of the gateway to many people starting with crafts.
Especially people of a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah. And embroidery floss and friendship bracelets seem to be a really common way that people first go into a crafting store or first see that they can make things with their hands. And so I think that's really fun. And I like that we all did that.
Yeah, and it's inexpensive to pick up embroidery floss. It used to be a lot less expensive, but even still, like for a couple of dollars, you have an entire craft.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's also one that I think for people who were maybe like, I don't think my kid's going to stick with this. It wasn't a huge investment for the parents to potentially entertain the kid for like a whole day or two at least.
Yep.
That's true. And I do still have my floss box, and it's in my drawer right now. It's holding Sublime Stitching embroidery floss or Sublime floss.
Yeah.
And my other ones hold DMC, but my original box is still there, and I know it's mine because it is labeled.
Yes. See?
Because me.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Aw. I think so maybe the window of like gateway embroidery floss crafters, I think it might just be women who are in their 30s currently. Like, I feel like it's very that.
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
People
Although
just born in the 80s.
Definitely made them in the 70s.
But but they became such a massive trend in the 90s, like in a way that is, I think,
that's true.
Pretty universal.
And you wore them until they fell off. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was a social media conversation a few years ago among like a lot of the really big DIY bloggers, and like the common thread, no pun intended, pun no intended, I don't know. It almost was always friendship bracelets. Almost always.
Yep.
Like no matter what region of the country you were from, like they were just so massive trend wise.
Oh yeah, they were definitely everywhere, and especially if you went to any camps or were in Girl Scouts or I was in Awana.
Yeah.
It seemed to be part of every like preteen, teen, every event almost had somebody making friendship bracelets.
Yeah, totally.
I think that this could be a fun section of show notes too, because there could be some great little tutorials for our favorite projects that we've done as teens, or friendship bracelets specifically, but all across the board here. So I'm excited to see what all you think up.
Fairly recently. There were a bunch of bloggers doing friendship bracelet tutorials. Maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe less. It was when I was writing for Craft Magazine still.
Yeah.
I did,
and it was fun.
Yeah, I did one that, like, I actually embroidered on felt to make a bracelet that mimics those knotted bracelets in style.
Cute.
But then one of my favorite quilt patterns ever, which I have but I have not made, is for it looks like friendship bracelets in the quilt pattern.
Cool.
Yeah. So
that's so cool.
Obviously that was a thing for that designer. I can't remember who made it offhand. I'll find it, put a link to it. But it clearly that era of making for her influenced the quilt pattern. It was great.
Oh, that's fun. And I do think that all of the bloggers who were releasing those tutorials whenever that happened were about our age.
Yeah.
So they would have existed in the heyday of the friendship bracelet.
Yeah.
Totally. Man, I feel like our next episode could totally be just about like the craft trends from that era. Because I've just come, like, I'm not even wasting everyone's time talking about them, but there's like at least half a dozen of them in my brain now that I'd completely forgotten about.
Yeah. I can see that.
So much fun.
Lanyards, man. Lanyards.
Freaking,
yeah.
I could go on. I'll
we're gonna
follow
save
my
it.
gut instinct and not dive down that rabbit hole. So,
Okay.
that being said,
We'll save it.
teen crafts. Fun. Wholesome. Yay.
Yes.
So,
Now I just so want to see if I can still do that.
I want to see.
Yeah.
I do.
Please,
Molly
please,
does.
please try.
The whole internet. You could write a book. Another one.
No. No, but my new book comes out next week.
Yay.
Yeah.
Next week as in June next week, or when this episode comes out next week?
As in June next week.
Yes.
So it comes out on,
it will have already been out when this comes out.
I think the 18th.
June 18th?
So it's already out. Cross Stitch the Golden Girls. Go buy it where fine books are sold.
Yay.
So you can use the embroidery floss that you had as a teen. Possibly.
It comes with it.
And
See,
it
you don't even
comes
need to
with-
buy it or to dig it out.
Oh my gosh.
And fabric?
Haley,
Yeah.
marketing
Yes.
plan for you right now.
Oh my goodness.
You ready?
Please.
I'm
Yes.
ready.
Lay it on me.
Thank you for being a friendship bracelet.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, that is
Boom.
brilliant.
Girl, you need to blog about this to promote your book. Girl.
Oh, that would require me to blog.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I have to build a page for the book anyway.
Thank you for being a friendship bracelet. There.
The guy who
hope-
wrote "Thank you for being a friend" commented on my Instagram post about the book.
Yeah, he did.
I hope
And
he doesn't
it kind of
require
blew
a
my
royalty.
mind.
I hope he doesn't require a royalty for Heidi just singing that.
I sang it the wrong melody, I promise you. I studied music and I didn't study vocals.
It's true.
Okay.
Yep. I saw what you did there.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
We digress, but you should buy Haley's book is what we're saying.
Yeah.
So,
And make friendship bracelets.
yes.
Yes.
Obviously.
So, changing subjects entirely.
Yes.
Over the weekend, this past weekend, on June 8th, was the annual Worldwide Knit in Public Day celebration, which I love because it always coincides with my birthday weekend because I believe it's the first Saturday in June every year.
Yeah. Oh, that's when I was considering knitting with ill-advised birthing supplies.
There you go. That is one way to knit in public. That is one
I'm
way.
really sorry that I didn't do it and post about it now. Marketing fail.
We'll work on it. But yeah, so I spent the afternoon at the Worldwide Knit in Public Day celebration at the main branch of Chicago Public Library. And it was really, really cool. You could tell that a knitter organized the event.
Nice.
She also texted me about it for ideas. So,
Yay.
I mean, she's great, but I feel like I helped a little bit. And so the librarian there, she partnered up with the Maker Lab that's at the main branch of Chicago Public Library, and there was a program where you could use the Maker Lab's laser cutter to design and cut your own knitting needle or crochet hook gauge, which was really
That's
cool and
cool.
fun. Because you got to
That's really cool.
because you got to do a different sort of craft, and you got to leave with this like engraved needle gauge that you could put whatever you want on it. So that was cool. I made one with my friend Jackie that looked like Swiss cheese. That was fun.
Cute.
And then for the rest of the afternoon, we went up to the open stitching on the 8th floor of the library, and we got to meet a whole bunch of cool people. And they also had open stitch marker making, so we got to use like jump rings and beads, and that was fun and very like in the same vein of friendship bracelet crafting. So it was fun. It was like a really cool day, and it was nice because it was all free. And it was a really fun day. I always have a good time at Knit in Public Day. And it was nice.
That does sound
It was
fun.
nice not to host something for once.
Yeah. You usually do, don't
Yeah,
you?
I usually do. And I was just like, this sounds more fun. I'd rather just go to something and then go home.
It does sound fun.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
It's nice to participate in something instead of being in charge of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can still encourage the people that you would normally host an event with. You can still encourage them to go
Totally.
and participate with you, but it's just a little less pressure.
Yeah. A bunch of people from my weekly craft night were there, so it was cool. We hung out and got to meet some new people, and I think we even got some people who are going to start coming to our regular craft night, which is fun. So,
Oh, that's great.
yeah. Community.
Nice.
Yay.
Yay!
Well, I don't know. I don't like people. But if I did.
I mean, generally I like people, but also it's the people part that usually makes me a little less likely to go and do the thing. So that sounds terrible, but I have there's a knitting group near me that they've invited me to come visit them for, and I really need to go and do that. But it just always is like, yeah, but okay.
See,
You won't be sorry if you go, though.
I like it
I know.
because if
If they're listening,
If you
it's
go-
not. I have nothing against you, knitting group. I just, it's just a weird people anxiety thing. It's not personal.
Well, what I like about going to knit nights or craft nights is that I can bring something to work on, And you can always pretend you're counting your stitches if you're really not about the conversation that's happening, or you're like, I'm going to go to one of these and not come back because this like combination of humans just isn't my speed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's my secret social anxiety skill. Bring crafts and pretend to be counting.
I mean, you're supposed to at craft night.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yay.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you got to do that. So people are always going to think that I'm on Instagram, which might not be inaccurate, but I feel like I often am bringing like the cool Instagram feeds or the things that I think are cool Instagram feeds. Anyway, this one is a little bit on the weirder side, but I love it. And so I sent the link to Heidi and Haley in advance, and this Instagram account is called Wonderful World Craft, and I will link to it in the show notes. I found it through the other Instagram feed called 70s Dinner Party, which if you're not following that, wow. So Wonderful World Craft is just, it's almost like we probably should have made this Instagram because it's pretty much pictures of vintage crafts and vintage tutorials, and we love that sort of thing around here. It's why we often reminisce about our crafting days gone by. But some of these things are just on the slightly odd side, would we say? Is that accurate?
I mean,
to say that this is
disconcerting.
It's a lot of like
Yeah.
the kind of crafts you would find in a basement in 1973.
right. So like there's they show a good selection. Good is probably the wrong word there, but
Subjective.
a selection of projects from the Great Pantyhose Craft Book, for example.
Yes. I love it.
So, because you can use pantyhose to sculpt the face of a doll that isn't weird at all, right?
One can do that, yes.
I mean, it's true,
can.
and I have seen many of them hanging out in booths at antique shops.
Yeah. There's also, like, it's a nursery mobile that is made out of pantyhose. I'm going to assume, like, colored tights plays a large role in this. There's definitely a creepy clown hanging from this.
Oh, yeah.
It's, and again, like you said, like knit scarves as a title. Some of
Knit
these
scarves! Exclamation
knit
point.
scarves.
Knit scarves!
There's a book called Cat Knits, and there's a enormous dolman sleeved sweater cardigan, I'm assuming, with a giant cat and flowers on the backside of this sweater.
Yes. I am so in.
Yeah.
There's
a
really
lot.
some very special things.
Is it
It definitely,
felted?
I don't know. It does look like it could be felted, but it
Or
says
full,
that it's
but-
20 delightful designs for hand knitters. So
Well, that doesn't mean it isn't.
it doesn't mean it isn't, but I don't
But
know.
can you imagine how big it must have been if it is?
Right?
For the listener, this is like 80s big.
Yes, exactly.
Sweater size. Like
It's,
arms 3 times wider than any human arm.
yeah.
Probably has shoulder pads. Definitely
Yep.
hangs down to your knees.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is in like a regular size, presumably adult.
Yeah, the model you can tell. Her head looks so tiny on the top of this sweater because it's so big. Yeah.
It's a very large sweater.
We also, in this, we have lots of models, male models wearing sweaters that my mom said, this was definitely the Tom Selleck era of models. That was the very accurate description.
There are some beautiful cop stashes.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I say that with a dad who has a cop stash.
Yeah.
Because he was a cop.
There's, some things I was describing this to my dad because I love talking about these things with people even who don't care about crafts as much as I do. But it's a mobile that you make out of eggshells and a coat hanger. And he just said, why? And that was exactly it. Why would you make this? It's not it's not attractive and exciting, but there it is. It was a craft to be made in the past.
Why would you make it if you weren't 5?
I would, but you wouldn't make it out of eggshells if you were 5.
If you were on the farm and didn't have access to a craft store, says the girl from North Dakota, you might.
I suppose.
I
You
like
might.
that
Sorry.
it says underneath, this makes a pretty decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just what was happening. Like crafts out of bleach bottles. I have so many crafts that are made out of recyclable materials that people couldn't bear to part with. And I think
There's
this
definitely-
is, and then I feel like this goes from the like older timey way of like making an amigurumi nail polish cover that looks like a poodle, or like a toilet paper cover that looks like a poodle, evolved by a couple decades, but made with like weirder and weirder things. Because this was like in the era of like aspics in cooking and like Jell-O with hot dogs in it. Like this whole taste was questionable as a whole in this era, which is why it rules.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Not wrong.
You're not wrong. So I mean, I don't want to dwell on this for too long. But I will say, here's the last 2 things. First of all, just quickly, you want to come to this Instagram feed, if only for the post on how to make kinky paperweights. And that's all I'm going to say. Before we move on to the uber creepy crocheted doll. Yeah. How to make kinky paperweights. And I'm not going to say anything about it. You shouldn't say anything about it. That's all that there is.
I'm not saying anything about
Yeah,
it.
you guys just need to go look at this, listeners.
Yeah, just go check it out.
Because it's horrifying.
You'll also be treated to the uber creepy crocheted baby doll. It has eyelids and like a shaped nose and mouth. And it's
a lot to handle.
Yeah, I mean, if you have nightmares about dolls, actually you probably shouldn't look at this thing, but it's I I just don't know what to say about it.
You just said it's a sight to behold.
It is. And its outfit says in German, I am your cuddly baby.
And I would not describe the doll as cuddly. How about you, Molly?
No. I mean, maybe if you covered its face. I mean, and honestly, I love babies, and I love baby dolls, but this thing is, don't give this to your child.
It's ill-advised is what it is.
It is.
Definitely nightmares. Imagine coming upon that in a dark basement.
No, thank you.
Oh, no.
So have fun.
Take in all of the glory of the wonderful world craft Instagram, because
it's a wonderful world.
It is. And it's going to be a world that's really hard to follow up. So I'm not even going to try to make my last topic sparkly. I just want to tell you guys that I'm really excited about having gone shopping in my own stash, fabric stash specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So when I was writing the books that I was writing over the past few years, I couldn't sew. So instead, I bought all of this fabric because I would eventually be able to sew it.
Sure.
And so I have started opening the boxes of fabric that I stacked under my work table while I was writing the books. And, oh man, I really am very pleased with me over the past few years. I have some spectacular gems and also some very weird cat prints. Yeah, but it's like going shopping but not having to because I already bought it all. So I'm
perfect.
very pleased with myself. So shopping in your own stash is underrated, and I recommend it. Especially if you have, like, if you've got a bin you haven't looked in a while, look in it.
Yeah.
You'll be excited. You'll find things. Just do the thing. That's all.
I like that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you didn't open it and go, what was I thinking? Because that's always my fear when I buy certain things. Occasionally it does happen, but no, I'm glad that it was like a gift.
I mean, I've got one that either is a great idea or a really terrible idea. I don't know. It's a questionable fabric content.
Gotcha.
It's a questionable print. It will be awful to sew with, I think.
Is it all pentagons?
It is not.
Well, this actually is a pretty good segue to the train of shame that I have to share.
Train of shame.
Choo-choo!
Choo-choo!
All aboard!
Pulling into the stop.
Yep. So, just real quick, a few episodes ago on Train of Shame, I talked about how I've had this fabric at my studio space, because my studio has a whole bunch of beautiful windows that let in all this natural light that make for great photo shoots, and I love it, but I still haven't finished the dang curtains, because I just haven't had time. Because it's hard to find time for that when you've got other deadlines that you have to craft for. And
yes.
And now that summer is here, it can get a little hot during the day when the sun's like directly in and I'm just trying to get some work done there. So I yesterday was like, as I sat next to my fan, making that noise to myself about being too hot. But also I'm in a bunch of windows, so I can't sit there in like shorts. Well, I could, but I just don't want to do that.
Yes, fair enough.
Because my windows are at street level. And so I went online. I went on, this is not a plug, but I went on Wayfair. And they had huge curtains. They're like 52 by 84 or something.
Wow.
And they were only $7.50 per panel. So
Fair enough.
I bought
Wow.
8 of those for whatever that is. 15 times 4 is $60. Yes, $60.
Nice.
These are fully assembled curtains that will be here on Friday. And they cost less than that fabric I have not finished sewing curtains with. So there you go.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The curtain
enough.
saga's ended. I'm going to roll up that fabric I didn't use and either donate it to somebody who wants a whole bunch of sheer fabric or just stash it until I decide I have time to make a sheer curtain to go inside my new colorful curtains. So there you go.
Yep.
Well done.
That seems reasonable.
Well done, me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes
indeed.
that's just what you need to do.
Yep.
Yeah, so my train of shame is that I think I mentioned a couple episodes ago that I was going to be working on this crocheted tank top design, and I've been working on it, and at first I thought, there's no way I'm going to finish this thing on time. And then I was like, oh, I've got an idea to make this work a little bit faster for me. And I started working on it, and it was not working. It was just not working. So and now I've got like some shaping issues going on, and it still is due very soon. I'm going, what am I going to do? So I still don't know what I am going to do. I have possibilities. I might just be living with it, not 100% loving it, which I hate that idea, but that's just sometimes how it goes. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little like maybe I shouldn't have taken this project on.
But you're probably learning a lot, right?
Yes, that is true. I am learning a lot.
I mean, it's a small comfort on this side of the deadline, I'm sure, but I've been there myself with crochet designs before, and it's real fun.
Yeah, I think I have a combination of oversimplifying things and then making something a little more complicated than it needed to be, and needing to resimplify and
Yes.
Yep, relatable.
I am the queen of making things more complicated than they need to be. It's my favorite. It's like a hobby in and of itself.
Yep.
Boo.
How about that? How about that caboose, Haley?
I still haven't backed and finished the punch needle project that I was telling you about. I don't know, 3 episodes ago or something.
Was it a pillow?
Yeah, it's a pillow. And it's gonna be real cute when I finally get around to finishing it.
Yeah.
And it's still sitting next to my couch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could finish it right now, like this afternoon, and be done with it. And then it would no longer be sitting next to my couch.
Maybe you will.
But, and I might. My mom is coming to visit next week, so, or not next week, the week after.
So you got 2 weeks to finish it.
Well, so at some point I need to finish cleaning up my craft space, so I have a push in the direction of getting the clutter of unfinished projects corralled.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, before we officially sign off, we've got to get back to that Patreon we promised earlier.
Yes.
So, before we officially sign off, we want to give a shout out to some serious friends of the Very Serious Crafts podcast who are supporting us at patreon.com/seriouscrafts. Many thanks to Jordan, Marie, Ed, and Erica. And I am only married to one of those people.
Yay!
But in all seriousness, thank you guys very, very much. We appreciate the support. It means the world to us because we've been doing this for a little while, and having the support of people financially really helps us be able to put more and more great stuff out there for y'all. So thanks.
Yep, and to keep doing this.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Thank you, friends.
Yes, thanks, guys.
If you are a person who likes to hang out on the internet, you should hang out with us. Find us on Instagram and Twitter at Serious Crafts, and on Facebook at Very Serious Crafts. You can also find show notes and all things Very Serious Crafts at veryseriouscrafts.com.
Huzzah.
Want to join the conversation? Tag us using #VerySeriousCrafts. And if you're using Instagram stories, don't forget to tag us with @SeriousCrafts so we can reshare, which I do every time we get a tag, and it's really, really fun, and it's one of my favorite things.
Yes, I love it.
Are you a fan of the Very Serious Crafts podcast? You must be if you're still listening to this thing that I am saying. Great. Pretty please, and again, in all seriousness, pretty please leave the Very Serious the Very Serious Crafts podcast. For at the end of the episode, my talking abilities are waning. So, like I was saying, pretty please leave the Very Serious Crafts podcast a 5-star rating on whichever platform you use to listen to podcasts. Good ratings help us show up in recommendations, which helps more people who love crafting find us. And
yes, it's true.
Finally, if you'd like to sponsor an episode of the Very Serious podcast beyond being one of our Patreon patrons, visit veryseriouscrafts.com and click sponsor. We thank you for listening to this spiel.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.